Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Keyword Podcast. My name is Juan Jose, and today we are reading an article from Harvard Business Review that is called Five Ways to Boost Creativity on Your Team. So, I hope you'll enjoy this episode. So, hi Jordi, how are you? It's nice to see you again.
Yes, man. I'm now again here, so come on.
Right? So today we are reading five ways to boost creativity on your team. This is referring to business teams, right? So, what do you expect to find in this article?
I expect that this kind of tips is very, very important for many people that they didn't practice them. And so always this kind of text or articles is very, very beneficial when
Yeah.
you understand so well them and you apply them. It's very beneficial for you.
All right, perfect. So, would you help me reading the first tip that the article gives us?
The context or the tip?
No, let's jump just into the first tip.
Okay, come on. Five ways to boost creative on your team. One, generate lots of ideas, not just the good ones. Legendary Stanford professor Robert McKean is responsible for coaxing countless innovation and innovators into the world. Anytime a student asks for feedback on a new concept, he will give his same response. Show me three. He knew that options are often the key to breaking through. Arthur Taylor, CEO of X, Google's Moonshot Factory, agrees. I asked teams for five ideas so consistently that teams actually try to game the system, he told us. They bring me four dummy ideas alongside their paid favorite. But what they don't realize is this. Often, one of the dummy ideas is every bit as good as their favorite. Forcing folks to generate options always improves outcomes. Indeed, as leadership strategy coach David Noble and Harvard Medical School assistant Professor Karen Kaufman recently note, great leaders generate options so that when an opportunity arises or a crisis hits, they can pivot in real time and make the optimal move. One of the most elegant questions a leader can ask a team looking to solve a weak problem facing the business is, what else are we trying? It acknowledges the need is for options, while giving permission to move forward in a liquid manner.
Yeah, I find it interesting that generally when we are problem solving, we just think all the time in one solution. It's like investing all our resources in just one option that we could make to solve the problem, right? But what this is saying to us is that we should like diversify, our resources
Yes.
and invest in many options. So maybe one day some of these options would be a great possibility to solve the problem, right?
Yes.
What do you think about this first tip?
This first tip is very important. So also appear a common tip, but it's an important tip because many people have a obsolete mind that when comes for they a problem or a task or any activity, they think in one one solution, or one option, or one way to do the task or the activity. Uh, and it's possible that this way or manner to do is wrong or is a mistake. So you always think you can always think about the variety or the many numbers that solution is as possible.
Yeah.
You don't have or you don't you don't stay in any solution or any way. You always try to expand
Yeah.
your
So that when the time to make a decision comes, you have multiple options
yes.
where to choose.
You always
So
can.
let me ask you a question that is more related to classrooms and teachings, right?
Okay.
So, do you think that the way we are taught in classrooms um, is pushing our students to look for creative solutions for classroom problems? Or do you think that we are being educated for looking for one and only solutions?
Now, the environment education is a good a good place or a good place to apply this tip because the education is more generally and have many solutions as possible because when you have a homework or exam you can apply many techniques of study or many schedule of study. So in my experience, I think that this tip is very important to the professors or the environment education because if you think only one solution, only one way to do anything of a subject or exam, it's possible that you will fail. You will have ground mistakes, and it's very obsolete to have this think manner.
All right. So you think that we should motivate students to explore
Yes, of
creative
course.
problem solving. All right. So let me read the second tip, right?
Okay.
So create a space for failure.
Failure.
Everybody dreads the F word, failure. And sure, there are certainly places where failure is unacceptable. But just because failure is unacceptable somewhere doesn't mean it's unacceptable everywhere. In fact, we challenge leaders to designate zones where failure is not only tolerated, but encouraged. Our friend and longtime collaborator, Philippe Berud, leader of the Michelin's Customer Innovation Laboratory, goes so far as to set a minimum failure threshold for his innovation unit. He says, if you consider prior probabilities, the odds of breaking through are exceedingly low, which means you're going to fail a lot. And so we set a failure target for our team. We know that if we aren't failing at least beyond a certain base rate, we aren't exploring nearly broadly enough. If we don't fail, then we've really failed. So, about risk-taking and failure, why do you think that we are so afraid of failing? What is that makes us fear so much failing?
Yeah, I think that the people dreads the failure or the fail because they look this this situation like a kind of mistake. Yes, it's a mistake. In fact, it's a mistake, but it's not only a mistake. It's an opportunity. You
Yes.
you should uh, you should see the failure like an opportunity because that's the meaning of your effort. You trying. When you fail is because you're trying, and so uh, in a part of the one of paragraph, the second paragraph,
Yeah.
have an interesting part that set a minimum fare is the threshold innovation for the innovation. When you, in these days of this week, I read one phrase that uh, uh, trade the fear. That's phrase I don't remember so well, but that phrase is it. Um, After the failure or the failure, beam the all or your all goals, your all good results, or all that you want after, but after the fail. If you don't fail, you won't get your results or your goals.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what you mean is that we should see failure as step forward and
Yes.
step forward towards our goals and achievements, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you. And
It's part of achievement. It's part. See,
so we couldn't have experience without failures, and it also caught my attention that part of the paragraph, you know, because having a threshold for failures, it's something very interesting to me. It's like saying, all right, so if we are not failing, it's because we are not trying enough. Man, that's awesome for me, you know, and a lot of times the situation is practically the opposite. Like you punish failure, right? And well, so
also
should we-
remember that the life is a constant feel because when you come to the world, you want to uh, start to walk when you
Yeah.
can't walk, but you want and you try and to try and to try, and then when you ride a bike, try and try.
all right, so could you help me reading the third
Of
tip
course.
for boosting your team's creativity?
Number 3, stop playing scheduled Tetris.
Right?
Most teams are effectively playing what we call scheduled Tetris, cramming every possible incoming meeting invite into the every single opening, as if finding a space for every meeting were the point of the game. And yet, we pushed to innovate. One of the most of repeat complaint is, I don't have any time. The most visionary leaders block time for scheduled time. Jeff Bezos famously kept 2 days on schedule to explore the internet and seek fresh opportunity. And not just when they were a scrap started. He did it when Amazon's market cap was 70 times that of Barnes and Noble, widely considered their primary competition at the time. Unless your industry is entirely unique, your teams are going to face the problems next week, next month, and next year. To solve those problems, they'll need a space to generate a volume of solutions and to commission experiments that create a value data about the best path forward. Have them block the time now before the churches block start fighting for their calendar space.
Yeah. So I feel that nowadays we have our schedule just crowded, right? And that we have every day less leisure time, time to have fun, time to just, relax, time to just think, Do you share the same feeling?
I think that organize your things or do a do list for every day. It's important. The organize is important, but around the world we have many good organizers. But if you sometimes we spend or waste much time only to organize the thing that we'll do and spend a lot of time that only do the things that you should do or you have to do. And yes, nowadays we have less time than before because we have more needs. When the time pass, create more needs, and so you have to complete these needs and full them. So I think that schedule Tetris is a good way to say not focus only the organize, just do it, and that's all.
All right. So let's jump into the next tip. It's called appreciate problem finding. The old leadership adage, don't bring me problems, bring me solutions, has never been uttered by a truly innovative leader. While everyone acknowledges the importance of problem solving, the subtle art of problem finding is poorly cultivated. Innovation leaders know that problems are the necessary precondition to novel solutions, and they cultivate an awareness of problems across their teams. Robert McKim had students keep a bug list long before computer programming entered common parlance. He told them to write down things that bothered them or bugged them, knowing that attention to problems seeds the soil for innovation for growth. Apple made the iPhone because Steve Jobs and many other leaders considered cell phones pieces of junk. Tony Fadell was inspired to build the Nest thermostat after enduring far too many nights at his Tahoe ski cabin, too cold because he couldn't change the thermostat until he arrived on the property. Many organizations have suggestion boxes or idea competitions. We recommend placing a problem box prominently besides those. Interesting. So I've worked in a couple of companies that work with this first phrase, don't bring me problems, bring me solutions. But not identifying the problems that you have, I think it's like saying, I don't want to improve. I don't want to know where can I improve.
I only want to solve this problem. It's the same. It's an excellent mind because if you have a problem, you are my friend. So you have a problem, and I give you an advice, only advice, or only way to do or to solve your problem, uh, and you think that that's the only way to do um, is you only satisfy the need to solve this problem is it's very warning because it's a poor mentally. For me, it's a poor mentally. It's just satisfy the preoccupation of
Yeah,
your
whatever
problem.
comes, but
Yes.
you don't face the other problems that you could find, right?
I can find a relationship or a relation, sorry, with my readings of this week. Nowadays I read a book of Friedrich Nietzsche. I don't know that you
Yeah, I know.
know.
Yeah.
It's a very. I never read him or a book of him. In the recently page talk about this. When we have problems and have necessities needed, sorry,
Yeah,
uh,
necessities, yeah.
we only focus in satisfy or complete this needed or solve this problem. Doesn't matter the way, only the result, only get your peace, he said. And it's very important because it's another perspective to see the life. You will have more problems. Again, the line is many problems, and this part of the article say that you can hug, or it's more better that you hug the problem. Many people when they have a trouble, one and don't know that will do or to solve. So
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand of what you're saying that you consider that we have to find problems and don't run from them, but embracing the problem and solving it, right?
yes,
All right, perfect. Well, let's take a look for the tip number 5, right?
the last one.
The last one.
So
Do you
tip
want to
five.
read it?
Yes, of course.
All right, go
It's
on.
my turn.
Please. Thank you.
5. Delay your decisions. One counterintuitive but highly effective strategy of to delay decisions about which new solution to move forward. Our efficiency obsession is more pronounced during the idea selection phase because we seek for what psychologists call cognitive closure. It's distressing to leave things unresolved. Yet, one of the best things a team can do is decide to not decide. Yet, after sharing ideas, schedule another time to make decision, leaving the issues unresolved triggers what's known as the Zeigarnik effect, named after Russian psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik. People's working memory will continue to consider the problem, often resulting in better solution emerging.
Interesting, man.
Yes.
Have this ever happened to you? Like
It's
you
like
already solved the problem, but then your brain keeps thinking about
Yes,
it.
it's
and then,
so-
Then we think like, oh man, maybe could have solved this other way, or this way would have been more efficient. I don't know. Have you had this experience?
Yes, always. For example, the next week I will do a task for speaking English
All right.
in practice. So when the teacher told us that we will do that, I
Yeah.
I start to have more ideas in my mind. I, only the start, I think how, when, what can do. So, but if it's a very big problem, the preoccupation or the bother, this problem bothered you, and uh, you won't think very well the way to resolve, but a part of this paragraph have two two phrases that is very interesting to analyze. Delay decisions about which new solutions to move forward. It's more, sometimes it's more efficient. And our efficient obsession is more pronounced during the idea selection phase because we have the needed to resolve, and that's true.
Yeah.
That's true, and it's very interesting.
So, finally, I wanted to ask you, in your experience as a student, or in any case in your life, have you commonly found that these recommendations help you in your life? Have you ever put any of these recommendations in practice? If not, would you consider to put them in practice in your life?
Yes, in my student life, have more numbers or more count of this situation.
Okay.
When put in practice this tip in classroom and don't put in. Now is very curious because now again I will speak again of the speaking task that I will do
next
the
week.
next week.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I consider that my teacher of this level 6, I consider,
Yeah.
I experience, he didn't apply these tips.
All right.
He have not boring but traditional
Yeah.
way to
A traditional methodology.
teach. Yes, it's so very in a few moments or more the moment most of the moment of the class, it's so boring. So when he told us this activity, the speaking activity,
Yeah.
it's a role play that two friends that they haven't seen for a long time, and so then see again and get in touch. So I have a friend.
Yeah.
So that friend think the same that this teacher is.
Yeah. So about what you're saying to me, let me ask you. I don't know if this is wrong to ask, but do you feel that with this modern media that we have, for example, this exercise that we are doing by recording this podcast, all these type of activities would help the classroom to get more creative, more real, more close to what you will live and talk outside the classroom?
Yes, of course, because it's a great opportunity to develop your speaking, your skills, to recognize mistakes in your
Yeah.
speaking. Um, it's a time to share your ideas.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, Usually, more people dreams to share their ideas or doesn't like, but it's important
Yeah.
because I don't know, but if you keep all the day in silent, I don't know, you aren't a human.
Yeah. Yeah. So, with that, I would like to close this episode, and I wanted to thank you, Jordi, because
Yes.
um, for all of you watching, we had to to record again with Jordi because we had already recorded one episode, but we couldn't publish it. So I wanted to thank you for your time and for your yeah, for making time for recording in your schedule.
No,
I know that
that's
you are a busy man.
no. That's it's great for me. That's an opportunity to develop my skills and share us my ideas. It's I like this. I like this kind of activity, and
Yeah.
I do it.
All right.
Thanks.
So thank you, Ben, and thank you for all
Thanks.
of you watching. See you in the next episode. Bye
And
bye.
apply the tips.
Apply
Apply the
creativity
tips.
tips. Yeah.